Hello, beautiful people within. Those of you that are working on yourself from within, your girl Nisha is back with another video of just sharing my experiences, sharing my journey. For those of you that do not know me, I am a fitness trainer. I do not take on clients. If you want information about my tips or whatever, just shoot me a comment, a message. I'll make videos about my fitness transformation. Um, I like to motivate and inspire people and just be transparent and really just try to help people get their mind on the right things, like things that serve us, not things that take us back from our true selves. So today I had took some notes or whatever on things I want to talk about, but I just want to talk about your journey of becoming. When you become, the first step is when you become aware. When you become aware of yourself and the things that you do and the way that you operate and the way that you think, when you become aware that your habits are not serving you, the cycle that you're in, when you even become aware that you're even in a cycle, and now you're trying to think of ways to get you out of this cycle. Well, the first step of your journey of becoming a better version of yourself is awareness. So if you have become aware of you and your ways and how you think and how you move and how you operate, baby, you're on the right path, because you first have to become aware of yourself. A lot of us, we can see everything in everyone else, but can't see nothing in ourselves. That's why we get on the phone and gossip and talk about this person, and what they're going through and whatever. Like, because we trying to, escape our own reality of ourselves. We haven't come to the awareness of ourselves and how we are and how we deal with conflict, or we deal with a relationship, or even family members, like anything. So I just want to say, if you have become aware of you, you're on the right path to becoming a better version of yourself. Now, the next thing I wrote down is forgiveness, because once you become aware of yourself, you know that you didn't just get like that by yourself. You got like that because of how your life, how you have um, processed your life experiences. You haven't processed them. That's the thing. You have built up a lot of guilt and just your life experiences have created a version of you that's not good for you. Okay. And when you sit with yourself, after you become aware, you sit with yourself and you know that there is people that did things to you that you haven't forgiven. That because they did whatever they did, you become a type of way due to whatever they did. And if you're not learning from your experiences, you'll continue to be in a cycle. So you have to know that you have to forgive the people that hurt you and cause you to go into depression, or have anxiety, or things just have happened to you in your life and you have not, how can I put this? You have not accepted them for what they really came to do. You just hang on to pain and not letting it go. So you repeat your story to multiple people. You always bring up what someone did to you. You always bring up why you're the reason you are. And, you know, you just have to forgive. So after awareness, you have to forgive. And you have to learn how to forgive. How do I forgive? How do I know when I really forgave a person? When that person doesn't move your emotions, when that person doesn't have control over your controls, you know, say like you're playing a game, you have the remote control, right? That's you in the game. You have full control. But when somebody else comes in and they move you to allow you to act in a inappropriate way, like real compulsive or just arguing, like you just came down to their level, that means you have now gave them your controller, and they now control you, your moods, your emotion. Like they moving you. Like they like y'all say triggering. You triggering me. That word has been thrown out there, but I'm not finna talk about that. So forgiveness. Make sure you forgive these people. And the next step is isolation. Doing all this, you need to be isolated. You don't need to hear nothing your friends got to say. You don't need to hear nothing. You got to shut off the noises. You got to turn off the TV. You got to sit with yourself and your thoughts and see what thoughts keep coming up. Because thoughts bring emotions behind them. And emotions bring actions. You know, and if we're thinking about something constantly, thinking about, oh, how we're no good or we're not good enough to love, they bring emotion behind that. And if we feel that way, we have to know that there's an energy within us that is stuck and allowing us to feel this way. And we have not let go of that pain. And it's just in there, just stirring up with everything else, just making you know how a witch be creating her spells and she putting in all the ingredients and she just stirring it. Stir all the ingredients, stirring it. Just think of that. And now, if you're never releasing those, it's still stirring up in you. And you still living, so you still going through life experiences. So anything else bad happen to you, they get in that pot and you still stirring it. And you know, when you don't forgive these people, you just attract people just like them because it's still in you, getting stirred around. And like in my last video, I was like, we attract who we are. So if we attracting people that's not treating us well, and we stand with them, allowing them to do this to us and treat us this way, that means because we stirring that pot. We don't feel worthy enough. We still holding on to pain. So you think it's normal, or you think you deserve to be treated like this because you haven't let go. You still stirring. Right? So once you be in isolation, and you forgiving people, and you know, then you start taking out, take this out, let this go. Forgive them for they know not what they do. I'm not taking the light off of anybody's pain, but when we hold on to pain, we only hurting ourselves. We only hurting ourselves. We are creating a portal for anything else to come in and hurt us as well and add on to that hurt. I hope somebody understands what I'm saying. So isolation, because you need to you need to free yourself. You need to let go of all the noise that society and family and everyone that once was around you had said. It's in your head. Shut them out so you can hear source in your mind. You know what I'm saying? And when you start forgiving, you're changing the way you think. And once you change the way you think, you're changing your mind. You're changing the way you move, your motion. You moving different. You know what I'm saying? You're more conscious of what's going on around you and what you will accept and what you won't accept, because your past is your greatest teacher. When you bump heads with someone that treats you bad or calls you out your name, right there is a red flag for you to say, hey, I don't like the way you're talking to me. It's not for you to be like, oh, pussy nigga, da 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 da. You know what I'm saying? Excuse my language. But it's not for us to be all razzy, spazzy. You know what I'm saying? It's for you to keep yourself together. You are in control of you. So when you see a red flag, you tell them. If they don't change it, then you let them go. Because your loyalty resides in you. Once you treat yourself good, you will treat other people good. You know what I'm saying? You will treat other people good. And if you ignore the red flags and continue to let things go in a way that you don't think they should go, that's breaking you, these ways are breaking you, you're hurting not only that person, but you're hurting yourself for allowing people to continue to mistreat you, and for the person to still have power to mistreat you. They're going to still be out here mistreating other women. You know what I'm saying? You got to remove yourself. You got to cut it off. That's it. I know how this put me. I know the person I was back then when I used to allow a person to talk to me this way. So here it is, I meet this new person and they talking to me this way. And if I continue to allow them to talk to me this way, I'll fall back into my old ways. And that's not good. That's not good, because I already became aware of my old ways. This is why I'm here. This is why I am here now. So that's why they say your past can be your greatest teacher, because you will know. And you have to know that you are worthy. You do have value. You are fearfully and wonderfully made in the eyes of the beholder. You are made in the likeness, in the image of Source. You are love. You have to embody that love. And when you embody that love, you know how to treat other people. Now, if you treat yourself all kind of ways, and you're not going to treat the next person good. We be thinking we treating the person good, but we ain't treating them good by letting them run all over us and disrespect us and play with our mind, our psyche. No, we don't give our mind to someone else to control it. We have to have that control. You have to be the narrator of your life, you know? And when you hurt and broken, that means other people are narrators of your life, not you. You have lost control. You don't know what is and what ain't. You just going. Like, where is the stop sign here? You know? So, okay. And then awareness, forgiveness, isolation, and journal. You need to journal. You need to let this out. You need to release. Writing is powerful. Books have changed people's lives, have changed people's mind. You know, read too. That was my next one too. Journal and read. Journal to release Journal to get to know yourself. Journal to express yourself. Journal to learn your patterns. And that's a great way to figure out if you're moving forward. Is to journal and read self-help books. If you don't know how to love and you've been surrounded with love under conditions, people loving you only under their conditions, if you act this way, if you do this way, if you're there like this, and then once you stop, they stop loving you. Like, love it, that's not love. So we need to read about how love is. What is love? How is a man supposed to treat me? How is my friend supposed to treat me? How am I supposed to treat myself? What am I supposed to be doing? Where's the level of respect? What are boundaries? What are standards? What do I value? What do I spend the most money on? That means whatever you spend your most money on, that is what you value. So are your values aligned with the person that you are trying to be? The person that you are trying to create, And create a plan. Create a plan. Write your vision out. Have a vision and just take little steps towards that vision. No one has to understand your vision. Don't tell your vision to nobody else. God gave you a vision, and he must have, because you watching this. Not only that, you have become aware of yourself. And you know that change is necessary. You need to change some ways, because if you don't, you'll be going in the wrong direction. So create a plan, create a vision board, write it out. What do you want to do? How do you want to say it? Who do you want to become? How do you want to dress? How do you want to eat? What are your interests? Go walk in nature. A lot of people can't sit with themselves. They can't stand themselves, and then they be wondering why they can't be in a relationship. If you can't stand to be by yourself, how you think somebody gonna stand to be with you? Like, you got to learn yourself. When you be loyal to self, you can be loyal. You will know how to treat a person, how far you supposed to extend your hand to a person. You know what I'm saying? You're not supposed to be around here giving the person the shirt off your back. And then what you left with? No. That's giving when your cup is empty. We don't do that. We can't afford to do that. You shouldn't be afford to do that. You shouldn't be able to afford to do that due to mental health issues. You know what I'm saying? What you got going on. You can't get nobody your last. No, we ain't doing that. That ain't the type of love we looking for. Okay? So, and then use your imagination. I need you to go back to when you was a child, man, and you used to sit in the room and play with your dolls and have a whole imaginary make-up story that your dolls is married and they got kids, and you just playing la la la. And you in your zone, just in your imagination, and you flowing, and it's a flow state, and you just a kid at heart. You need to do that while you're an adult. This is the way you do that. It's how you create your life. You know what I'm saying? That is how you use your imagination. Now, when we broken and stuff, we use our imagination in the worst way, because we begin in these relationships expecting the person to already know who we are, what we want, what we dislike, what we accept, what we don't accept. It's just, we be just, here, I'm here. I like you, you like me, this is what it's gonna be. You don't discuss not more, nothing less. And it should not be that way. And then, not only that, when we do be broken and using our imagination, we be just imagining, we just be creating stuff, be nagging at the man. We don't even know why we nagging at him. We just creating in our head this whole story, what he did all day with his time. But because we using our imagination in a way that is broken, it our imagination starts to injure us, like hinder us, like it's going against, you're using it against yourself. You're not using it to serve you. Now, when you do this, imagine yourself, if you overweight, imagine yourself being the weight that you want to be, in a healthy state. Imagine yourself, doing whatever it is that you see yourself doing. Use your imagination like that. Use your imagination to create whatever you want to create in the material world, because creations are always created two times, once in the mind, and then when you put it in action and bring it into reality. That's a way of manifestation too. I had this in my mind and I brought it into the world, the physical world. So use your imagination like that. So we got awareness, forgiveness, isolation, journaling, reading, create a plan, write down your vision, and imagine your vision. And like, these are all steps. So when you think you're not doing nothing, like nothing, you don't see nothing different, but you have to look at this. You are actually taking the steps. So that is action. You're becoming aware. You're working on yourself to forgive. You isolating yourself from the people that you used to surround yourself with because they wasn't serving you in a healthy way. It was toxic. I don't care how long you've known them. You ain't really got to cut them off. If you can't cut them off, just shorten your time that you share with them. Okay? And put your time in what you're trying to do for yourself to become a greater version for yourself. Because, I believe that we are all here. Like, our presence has purpose. And until we sit still and stop letting life run us in circles, sit still and sit with our inner self. That enemy is the inner self, and figure it out with the help of God in your actions. Isolation, journaling, reading, creating a plan, vision, imagination. All this has to be in your daily routine. So now you know you need a routine. And when you do all this, it makes it so easy. Like, life's still going to be happening. But it makes it so easy to when life does come around and hurt you again. You've been doing the work. So you know that when life does come, good or bad, however we may perceive the situation, that we have a vision still to stick to. So boom, you may come, something may happen, and I'm like, okay, this happened. But I know where I'm going. So I'm just going to do whatever I can do. What I can't do is just that. And I'm just going to have faith in my vision and keep working towards my vision. And then when people enter your life, if they don't align with your vision, they're not for you. So that's another thing that keeps you focused. You know what I'm saying? And to know that everybody can't have access to you. You can't be available for everybody. It's good to meet new people if they align with your vision. If they don't align with your vision, they still in the streets, drinking all day, just doing whatever. They don't care. They don't align with your vision. And that's okay to let them go. So what, they may take you wrong and think that you are acting all that, but hey, you got to be like, listen, you ain't even got to tell, you don't owe nobody no explanation for nothing. But if you feel like you need to give an explanation, be like, this ain't the level that I'm on. I don't do that no more. That wasn't for me. I tried that, been there, done that. I got the results from that, and I didn't like him. It took me a while to receive the results, you know what I'm saying, and take the results serious. to know that if you keep going in that direction, it ain't safe for you. So, beautiful people within, I hope that you understand what I'm saying and you get it. Do the steps, get it in. Y'all know I'm here to just share my stories, what I did, because if you know my story, you'll be like, Nisha, you was not that person. But yes, indeed, I was. I was a stripper. I was out here dating dudes from dudes to dudes to dudes. I was out here with no boundaries, no standards, no knowledge of who I was or what I wanted to do in life. You know, I was just out here, you know, with the little information that I did have that life had, you know, that I had got out of life, out of living. Because we all know something. Because we all live it. But if you out there and your story is not helping people, it's actually sending them in the wrong direction. I don't know about that now. I don't know. What you put out there will come back to you. So I be careful of what I put out to the people, what I put out on social media, and even how I carry myself. You know what I'm saying? Because I know I have control over me, and that's it. I don't have it in control over nobody else. Right? So to be around me, we got to operate like this. If you ain't operating like this, if you ain't accepting my boundaries, you know what I'm saying? We just can't be together. There's 8 billion people in this world. Deuces. We're like little tiny ants. You know, it's thousands. It's 8 billion people. Don't be stuck over one. Understand what love is. Like, we labeling love wrong. That's what's messing us up. Love is not nobody cussing you out. Love is not nobody leaving you at a drop of a dime. Love is not somebody giving you silent treatment because they can't articulate their words. They cannot communicate. Love is not someone beating on you. Love is not someone, you know, continue to cheat on you. That's not love. We be thinking that's love. That be a stronghold. That be lust. That be us just settling. That be a whole lot of that bees. The birds and the trees and the honey and the... What song I'm saying? This is a song my grandma used to sing to me. I'm trying to create it in my head. What is it? Oh, it's all about what you know about the birds and the bees and the honey and the trees. Oh, it's all about love. But you have to listen. The bees don't chase the flower. No. The bees don't chase the flowers. The flowers, oh no. The flowers don't chase the bees. Ooh, correct me, Lord, now. The flowers are just there. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if y'all get that, but it's in my head. I try to get what's in my head to come out my mouth like that. But sometimes, some people understand it, some people don't. But I'm going to end this with you guys and just hope that this helps someone to start self-evaluating, self-reflection, and to try to get your life on the right track. Like, some of these videos y'all watch about how a woman is supposed to carry themselves, it triggers something. And we be like, that's not real. They don't know what they're talking about. But you know what? That's that spirit of rejection that's on you. You rejecting this information that you need to know. So sometimes just force yourself to listen to stuff that you don't normally listen to. because of the way you've been living. You don't want to change it. You don't want to admit you're wrong. And you was wrong and you just didn't know. It's okay for us to just not know. Life is all about learning. We're going to make mistakes. We're going to learn from them. We're going to grow. We're going to keep going. We are going to keep going and try to do the best for ourselves so we can do the best for everyone that's around us. Because when we're broken, we ain't helping nobody. We really ain't. We need helping ourselves. We just broken. Just around here just doing stuff. Doing stuff you think is love. That ain't love. You know what I'm saying? So we got to learn what love is. If love wasn't role model in our life, how it should have. So beautiful people, I'm ending it for real this time. Beautiful people within, those of you that are working on yourself from within, keep going, do not stop. It is a journey, a lifelong journey. There is no destination. We just keep going and continue to become the person we want to become in this journey. Love.